G'day everybody, Ozman Collects here, and we're back again with Get to the Comics! Back to Get to the Comics number, we're up to now 77, wow. We're nearly all up to 80, and you know what, when we get to 80, we're going to get to 90, and then we're going to get to 100, and when the 100 happens, that's going to be, it's going to be a hell of a milestone. But I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's tuning in live at the time of this recording. I want to say a big thank you to anyone who's tuning in on the replay as well, much appreciate you guys. And yeah, you're probably wondering, Get to the Comics, what is it? What are we all about? Well, we're basically all about bringing together families, communities, and individuals through reading, acting out, and having fun, exploring digital comic books from VeVe, Candy Digital, and any's out there in the Web3 space. Sometimes we cover Neon Ichiban, or even sometimes, like this show, and even last week as well, we covered the odd independent artists from time to time. And yeah, make sure you check out last week's episode with The Young and the Dead, No Zombies Allowed with Scott Serkland. Fantastic read. And yeah. But this time, guys, we've got another special artist and another fantastic read. But before I get into it, guys, let's get all the important stuff out of the way, all the sponsors and all that jazz. So let me just bring that up, and we will get into that, and then I'll bring out my guests up. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I just want to say, here it is. Let's get all the sponsors out of the way. So, first of all, a big shout out to Xhibition. Here's the next step in comics. He says, "Hi, I'm Richard. I'm minted in 85, an X-Men fan since 92, and digital comic collector since 22. He's a big supporter of the show. He's been on numerous times, covering things like Nova, Thor, and also going through Predator Kills the Marvel Universe number 1 to 3. But we're going to be doing the rest very, very shortly because they're coming out soon. So I can't wait for that one. And also a big shout out to California Comics. He is the world's first metaverse comic book shop in the VeVeverse, if you're familiar with VeVe and their project. Fantastic guy, another big supporter of the show, friendly customer service, and all sorts of awesome mint numbers. And yeah, just a big shout out to California Comics. And last but not least, big shout out to the DGC. They're a digital grading comic book company offering a grading service for those who own digital comics, collectibles, stamps, tickets, and artworks, and much, much more. They are absolutely tearing it up in the digital collectible space at the moment. Got loads of awesome collectibles getting slabbed, comics getting slabbed. Definitely check out what they're doing over on X. And again, big thank you for their support on the show. And this one, very important as well. And also because we have them there live in the chat. So good to see you, mate. We have the TRU Media Group. They are weaving epic tales for the new digital frontier. Legends start where we begin. And basically, they've got loads of awesome shows out there on X and on YouTube and all over the shop, ranging from Future Watch, Aloha Friday, Virtual Radio, Enter the Verse, The Seventh Floor, The TRU Drop Show, Absolute Virtual Radio, The TRU Media Show, and original content as well. So covering things like their upcoming comic book and all sorts of other community content as well. And also another big supporter of myself, and yeah, a personal friend as well. So, and also a big supporter of the show. So many thanks to you guys as well. Okay, now that's all the sponsors out of the way. Let's get ready to bring up my special guest. So let me just get rid of that, bring up my face again. Sorry guys, this is live at the time of this recording, so anything can happen, so bear that in mind. But let me just bring myself up here. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I would like to bring up, so what we're going to be covering is The Revival. Actually, I'll bring up my face, which is basically this book right here, which I managed to pick up in Las Vegas in DCon a couple months ago. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool to get the actual creator of this book on the show and talk about it and have a bit of fun reading it. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, allow me to introduce. Now, hopefully I get this right because I do have a tendency to butcher names. So, no, but I'm pretty confident I've got it right. We have got Tom. We have got Tom Kyzivat. Bow, 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 bow. I got it right? Yes! I practiced that. I practiced that many times in the mirror.
Yeah, you pronounced it right.
Oh, yeah,
not many people can pronounce it right, so I'm impressed. well done. Hello.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate
that's all right, mate. And now, not only have we got Tom here with us as well, we do also have his brother Mike, and also another a fellow creator as well. This is your, I would say, co-creator, I guess you could say.
Yeah. We all kind of play with it. So.
All right, we have Mike Kyzivat.
Hello, Internet.
Ethridge.
Yes.
Did I get that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Winning.
3 for 3.
Yeah. 3 for 3. Awesome. How we doing, guys?
Good.
Good. Thanks for having us on here.
No worries. So thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to come and be on the show with us, and big thank you to Tom for accepting the invitation.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Now, this is always the fun part of the show where I go, because I'm kind of a bit of a Schwarzenegger fan. That's kind of the inspiration behind this show. So this is called, now I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to answer immediately. Who are you and what do you do? It's more or less just a little bit about like who are you, what brings you to the space, just a little bit about yourself, just to give the audience out there an idea of who you are. But of course, if you don't want to share, that's totally cool as well. You can just go, no, I'm cool.
Well, yeah.
But Tom, let's start with you.
Yeah. I'm Tom. I'm a indie artist. I have been kind of like playing around with the indie comic space for, I don't know, over 10 years now, just kind of, putzing along, playing with my concept and stuff. And I freelance for Stern Pinball, and I do a lot of indie art on the side too, in addition to that. So just kind of been floating around, getting out there in comic conventions, toy shows, stuff like that. DCon's one of my favorite shows, so I always try to make sure I do that show every year. So, but yeah, I'm just hanging in there, making art, living the dream.
Living the dream, or at least trying to.
Yeah.
What about you? And Mike and Pat, what about yourselves?
Oh, well, I'm Tom's brother, and I help with the comic book a little bit. He mostly just bounces ideas off me and stuff like that. And I also work for Stern Pinball. I'm a programmer there, so I've been there for over a decade, actually. I've worked on a lot of different games. And I'm Pat. I'm just a talentless hack, basically.
Talentless hack. I like that.
Yeah. I've known these guys way back in college. We've known each other for how many years?
Yeah,
like 20 some years, 20 over 20 years. Yeah, over 20 years.
26 years.
And they put up with me. And and again, as far as contribution, Tom just bounces ideas off of us. We give him some feedback, but he's the chief talent. We just sprinkle our little seasoning in there, and that's pretty much it. But
so are you guys like the think tank?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
I should say that, history is full of artists who work in vacuums and they have no one to tell them that their ideas are terrible. So it's very important to have a team that will tell you, like, that doesn't make sense, or, this part confused me, I don't understand, so having a team like that who, understands storytelling and loves that stuff too is very helpful. So even though they talk themselves down all the time, they contribute a lot more to it than they think they do. So.
Very cool. And we do also have one other special guest, but will be with us shortly. It's just she's running a bit behind because has to tend to the dog, so very important.
She'll be here in a second. She just.
That's it. That's all good. I'm a dog lover. I completely understand. If it was a cat, it'd be a different story, but that's okay. and yeah, just a little fun fact as well, guys. For everyone who's not sure what Sturminster Pinball is, it is this awesome thing right here, because I literally just learned about this myself. I thought this is really cool.
Yeah, Stern is awesome. It's
Stern has been around since the 80s. Actually, they started as Data East Pinball, and then eventually became Sega Pinball, and then in the year 2000 became Stern Pinball. So it's been the same company. They've just changed names like 3 times.
Yeah, very, very cool. So is there so Tom, you're saying like you're a programmer for these guys?
Oh yeah, Mike is the programmer.
I'm the programmer.
Sorry, yes.
Tom's the artist.
Yeah, I do animation and storyboards for the LCD screen in the back. So, technically the least important part of the game, but it's it's a living.
No,
it's fun.
So what do you have like a favorite sort of like a unit that you've worked on, or any like a favorite sort of piece?
We did a game based on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles back in 2020, and
that was a good one.
Not only was that a blast because the Ninja Turtles are like my favorite IP ever, but Mike and I got to do voices on the machine. Mike played.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Mike played the Shredder, and I played Krang, who kind of like Krang is on the playfield and he'll antagonize you while you're playing and tell you that you suck and stuff like that. It was pretty fun. Like, that
was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Mike's done quite a few voices for the pinball machine, so it's a lot of fun. We get to wear a few different hats there.
Yeah, I do everything from put in sound effects, write dialogue, do voice acting, program, awards, modes, light shows. I'm sort of a jack of all trades.
And we get to do a lot of really cool licenses too. We've done a lot of comic book based ones like Avengers, Venom, X-Men, sorts of stuff. So.
We've done 2 X-Men games, 2 Avenger games.
As you know, we were dorky. We were dorks in the. I mean, we're dorks now, but we were big comic dorks in the '90s, and knowing that we would like grow up to work on officially licensed products like that, you know, it's kind of like
never did I think my vast useless knowledge of pop culture would come in.
yeah, exactly.
So it goes to show, guys, anything is possible. So
you never know.
If you've got a dream, just follow it because you never know where it's going to take you.
Yeah,
I love that. That's really cool. So yeah, right. So Stern Pinball, like I'll leave a link to the website there in the description of the video. But let's talk about what we're here to talk about. So we're talking about the revival. So this is basically your website, Murderous Automation Inc.
Automaton. Yeah.
Automaton. There we go. That was a mouthful. What was the inspiration behind this name? Because this is really cool.
I'm really just a huge fan of. I love retro, like sci-fi, 20s through 60s, kind of like, you know, atom punk, diesel punk, steampunk, that kind of stuff. So I've always loved killer robots, and I thought, why not come up with a name that's super hard to remember and pronounce so that everyone is confused.
Nobody remembers.
So yeah, but it's fun. You know, I like the old timey look. I like bowler hats. I like robots. So you know.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
It's sort of the overall branding for the different. You know, it's like
very cool.
The umbrella company for. It's not a real company, but it's the umbrella fake company that under which all of the other projects are kind of
very cool. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I just realized that we have another guest waiting there very patiently in the background. Can I introduce who could it be? Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to the stage. It is none other than Tom's sister, Katie Kyzivat. Hey,
fingers.
How we doing?
Doing good. Sorry I'm late.
No, you're fine.
No, it's all good. Tom was telling me that he had to tend to the dog, so very, very important.
Because otherwise, you're going to hear him in the background.
Yeah.
No, very cool. Well, first of all, I haven't had a chance to sort of introduce myself and say hi yet. So hi, g'day, Katie. Thank you for coming on the show. My name is Alex, but I do go by Osmond Collects. Pleasure to have you.
Why, thank you. I'm real happy to be here.
Awesome. So we're just going over the website and just trying to draw a few eyeballs to Tom's project here, and then we're sort of getting into basically what we're going to be reading. So basically, the one that we are going to be getting into is this one here, which is the revival. So Tom, tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind this one.
Well, I'm a huge fan of. I've always been a huge toy fan. You know, I was born in 1980, so I got to be a kid in the 80s and the 90s. So like. Toys and toy culture and kid culture has always been like super huge for me. So it all kind of pooled in my head growing up and kind of became a lot of inspiration for artwork and fan art and stuff like that. But I thought, you know, I'm a big fan of things like the Venture Brothers. I like how they kind of do a pastiche of properties from the past and sort of tell a new unique story using it and stuff, using nostalgia to kind of create a new world and stuff. So I just thought it would be really fun to kind of do that same thing, but use 80s toys as the basis, because it's like the dorkiest thing I can think of. And it just sounded so fun. It actually started off as just concept art. I would just draw characters and be like, oh, you know, try to guess who this, character is based on. And they kind of got really popular online. So I thought, well, you know, maybe I should do a whole comic. It would be kind of fun to explore that. So.
And then all of a sudden, was it 18 chapters later, you've got a whole story.
Yeah, and I should say this has been an ongoing project for over 10 years, so it has taken me a long time and I wish that was 10 years worth of consistently putting out tons of comics, but it's 10 years worth of working to put out 18 comics so far. So, but it's, you know, it's a side project.
It's quality over quantity, you know.
Exactly. And
that'll be my.
I do have to say the quality is definitely there, because like, you know, I just finished going through my copy here. I didn't actually realize this is only like issues 1 to 5.
Yeah.
I was like, I get to the end of it and you go, wait a minute, what? There's more? I need more.
Luckily, the rest is on.
The first taste is free.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, you're gonna get the first taste very, very, very shortly. But very cool. And I did also see some other cool stuff as well. Like, so there's been a bit of fan art as well.
Yeah. I should shout out Pete. Pete Bloom, we'll get to his. I think his stuff is in there. But yeah, John Tamulus is a sculptor. He's a big fan of the comic, and he supports it a lot. And he did these sculptures for me. I actually gave them to me, and I put them on my table at conventions and stuff. You know, when he showed up with that pessimist statue, I was like, oh, you know, dude, really, it's for me. You know, like I couldn't believe it. So yeah, he's a really solid dude. He's an awesome artist too. He does booths at shows and stuff. So if you're ever in the Chicago area and you see John Tamulus, you should check it out. And then Jason too. He was a big supporter of the comic back in the day, and they're all ongoing supporters. So really cool guys. Will Hahn, I used to share a table with him at C2E2, but he kind of had to stop doing that show because it got a little too busy. He's got a family and everything, so he's an actual adult, not a fake adult like I am. So
yeah, life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, very cool. Yeah, especially this one here. I was like, whoa, okay, it's a little risque.
Yeah. It's like Rainbow's phone got hacked, right?
No, very cool. Now, so I think what else could we see? Yeah, so let's see fan art updates. What's an update?
I tried to. I've been so slow with the comic that I tried to do like a blog to sort of keep readers updated and stuff. So and then other goings on, such as appearing on podcasts.
Yeah, I did. I didn't actually see this. This is really cool. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, oh hello. I was like, I know that guy.
Yeah, maybe the 5 people that still go to my website will see it.
That's it. Well, so far we ain't doing too bad. Like according to my analytics, we've got about 20 viewers there out there on X and YouTube. So we're not doing too bad so far.
Awesome. Yeah,
Ain't too shabby.
That's it. But like it's still early days. I'm sure that will grow very, very shortly once we get into the raid.
Yeah.
So
I used to have a much larger. I should thank all the people that have been reading the comic from C2E2 and stuff. I used to have a much larger following at that show, but ever since COVID, I kind of stopped doing that show, and probably not as much traffic on my website as there used to be. But I still appreciate all the people that still check it out. So
that's it. Very, very true. Yeah. So we're going to be doing the first chapter very, very shortly, which is the Red Age. But all the other chapters are actually available on the website. Yeah,
they're actually for free too. So if you want to. You can download if you're on a mobile phone. Probably better to just download a PDF. Mm-hmm. They're sort of formatted for a desktop computer. So.
No, very, very cool. But then also, if you did want to take that one step further and get yourself one of these, that option is also available as well. Yeah.
Yeah, trade paperbacks have bonus material that you can't get. Just reading the free version. There's like extra prologue scenes and silly bonus stuff at the end and stuff like that.
Exactly, like a little bit like, where is it? Like, just give you guys a quite like a little snippet. An example is like little bits and pieces like that. Little fun facts, little bits of extra artwork. So yeah,
Rainbow sticker book.
Rainbow's, yeah, that was quite funny. That Rainbow sticker book.
Yeah.
Now, wrong button. There we go. Sorry. That one. That's better. Right. And also, if anyone did want to pick up themselves a copy of the book, where can they do it? There was a shop here somewhere.
Yeah. If you go back home, I think there should be a link at the bottom. Yeah. And then I think you'll have to go to my. Let's see, did I have a link on the? I should probably look into that. It was on my actual website. I thought I had a link to it from the revival site as well, but. If you go down, scroll down, I think.
Down here somewhere?
Yeah.
I bet she'll be there. It'll be on that one.
Thought I had.
Here we go. I know. I remember I saw it
somewhere on there, but yeah, I probably should do some updating on that website.
Okay. But there you go. It looks like we've got a few issues of book 2, book 3. Book 1 is apparently sold out, so you guys are going to have to wait for that one.
I might have a couple copies left. I took all my remaining copies to DesignerCon, so I didn't want to have it available online if I sold them all, but I think I have a couple left.
Yeah, very cool. So those are all available there on the website. The link to the website is in the description of the video as well. So if you guys want to check that out, you're more than welcome to. And yeah, also we've got some other cool stuff as well. So we'll quickly touch over these other projects, and then we'll get into the read. So we've got Creepazoid. So
yeah, these are a lot of fun.
What's this one?
These kind of just go back to my love of toys. My favorite thing to do with art is character design. So the comic book is like a fun way to develop my narrative skills, but if you can call them that. But I still love designing characters too. So I wanted to make sure that I had another project that kind of let me just keep designing characters and keep those skills sharpened. So these are kind of like a fun way. They feel like 90s and 80s toys. The minifigure concept of a minifigure, like muscle things or stuff like that.
Monster in my pocket.
Yeah, Monster in my pocket. Each
Pocket,
set has its own theme. So, I can play with an entirely different aesthetic with each set. It can be horror, it can be silly, it can be 90s, 80s, anything like that. So I just have a lot of fun with these. And I post these on my DeviantArt page too. I'm still on DeviantArt. So
Yeah, I do a bit like I wasn't actually familiar with that with DVR, but these are also available on your Instagram page as well, yeah?
yeah, I post the individual characters on there because it doesn't really not formatted that well for a full size poster with multiple characters. So I just isolate each character and put those on Instagram.
Very cool. And did everyone have like sort of input into these at some point or another?
Yeah, actually, every 10 sets I do. I call them fan zones, where it's ideas submitted by fans, and Mike, Pat, and Katie have all contributed ideas to those. So they'll give me a description or a character they want to see, and then I'll draw it and add those to the series. So and other ideas too. I bounce other ideas off of them.
Cool.
But it's
and
fun.
other fans too.
Yeah, and other fans too. Yeah, it's just fun to do. It's a lot of a lot of people online get excited to see which character gets revamped. Because I'll do new versions of characters, and they'll change depending on what the theme of the set is and stuff like that. And people get just as nerdy as I do, being like, "Oh, cool, new version,"
So that's awesome.
It's good nerdy fun. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Let's see. I think Mike came up with the Half-Life guy, and Katie the dip snip, the duck in the back, up at the top. Yeah. This would be an example of a fan zone. Yeah.
Yeah, these are cool. I like these.
It's very silly. Yeah. Yeah, just all sorts of any kind of weird theme I just feel like playing with. I'll just make a set for it and explore that, and then move on to something else. It's it's a lot of fun.
No, very cool. And we got one more here as well. We also got
Oh yeah, this one is still very much in development. It's Americana is it's a similar concept to Revival, but it's sort of like a tall tale, like a retro futuristic tall tale. I actually made these for designer too. So
hang on a second. Let me blow it up.
Yeah,
okay.
Like very rooted in Norman Rockwell. I don't know, just tall tale kind of aesthetics and stuff. World's Fair, 39 New York World's Fair.
The City of Tomorrow.
Yeah. It's got that very, hopeful, gee whiz kind of storytelling element to it. But this is still very much in pre-production. I'm going to finish the Revival before I do anything else with this. But I wanted to get sort of a pitch deck, proof of concept section up on the website just to kind of get it out there into the world. So.
No, cool. Yeah, it seems like a very sort of like, what's what I'm looking for? Kind of like a Fallout sort of vibe, like maybe like a BioShock Air or something like that. Maybe that sort of like
a more upbeat BioShock.
yeah.
Like a BioShock and Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Actually,
like
it actually does have a lot of allusions to Wizard of Oz. Like she's obviously based on Dorothy, and then there are other characters that represent the Tin Man and the Cowardly Lion and Scarecrow and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun. I kind of compare it to like if ever anyone's seen Over the Garden Wall, the entire style and aesthetic of that show was drawn from like postcard art from the turn of the century, Halloween cards, stuff like that, and it's sort of rooted in that vibe, but it's not really sort of like uses that aesthetic to sort of create a new world, an entire world made of that aesthetic. So Americana is similar, where it doesn't really it sort of uses the aesthetics of the 1930s, 1940s, but it sort of creates a really huge, strange fantasy world that's really fun, like a sci-fi and fantasy and stuff like that. So,
cool. All right, very, very cool, guys. So so if you want to learn more about that, definitely jump over to the website, which the link will be in the description of the video. You can go check it out for yourself, and definitely consider picking up consider checking out the other chapters of the Revival, and maybe even pick yourself up a copy of the book itself. So,
I should mention too that I actually when I created the comic, I didn't realize that Image had a comic called Revival at the same time.
Funny enough, but when I was like trying to do like a little bit of research, like that copy of the revival kept coming up. I was
Yeah,
like, no, it's
yeah.
not that one. It's the other one.
Mine has a B in front of it. So
Yeah, it's Daw.
Oh, I see. I see.
totally different, you guys.
Legally distinct.
Yeah, right.
So, do you ever have any issues like that? Like, when it comes to things like copywriting or anything like that? Or?
No, not so. I think my
No?
comic is so under the radar that it hasn't come up. There was a show I did in Peoria where actually the creators of Revival were sitting opposite me, behind me. And
Oh, really?
we were, like,
I'm
back-
sweating the whole time. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah. And we were sitting there,
So they're
like,
going,
they're not really going to look around, right? They're probably just going to stay behind their table, right? But yeah, nothing. I mean, nobody's ever said anything, so it's very under the
All right,
radar.
cool. So, shh. Say
Yeah.
Don't say anything.
Don't tell anybody.
I said, don't tell anybody.
As we're on this podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, without further ado, I'm sure everyone's waiting very patiently. So let's get into what we're actually going to be reading. So this is what we are going to be looking at, ladies and gentlemen. So if I bring everybody over here, so this is the Revival, Chapter 1, The Red Age. So this is what we're going to be covering very, very shortly. And yeah, so basically sit back, relax, and enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. But before I get into it, this is a little fun part of the show, which I like to sort of do, sort of psych everyone up and get everyone sort of pumped, ready to read. So, unfortunately, Katie wasn't here while I know what I sort of did this. But basically, what we're going to do, and you can participate if you want. If you don't want to, totally cool. But what we're going to do is, because I'm a bit of a Schwarzenegger fan, and it's the inspiration behind the name of this show, is before we get into the read, I do a little thing called, I go, okay, Tom, say, Mike, Pat, Katie, are you ready? And we'll go in our best or worst Arnold impersonation, get to the comics, and we go, come on, do it. It's just a bit of fun to sort of get us in the mood, like just sort of have a bit of fun reading this comic, exploring it. If you, like I said before, if you want to make sound effects, if you want to make silly noises, do stuff, it's all part of the experience. Absolutely go for it. So yeah, if you guys are ready, we'll get into it.
Sure. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, I like her style already. Okay, Tom, Mike, Pat, Kate, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's get to the comics. Come on, do it. That's it. I will remember. Like
said it wrong.
that's it. That's the spirit.
I was like,
Love
don't
it.
say chopper, and I said it.
That's it. So no, so come on,
That
don't
is
say
it.
chopper.
To the
You trying
comics.
to get a
Yeah.
suit? Come on. That's
Yeah.
it. And
You did right.
remember, very, very
Right next
important. Like, comment, subscribe, do it now. It helps the algorithm. All right, in that case, guys, let's get into it. So I've got a bit of a soundtrack as well, which I'm going to play in the background.
Ooh.
And let's have a bit of fun. Tell me if you like it. If you don't like it, that's totally cool. We can always adjust.
You don't like it? Tough.
That's it. If you don't like it, well, too bad. Go watch someone else. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's kick it off. So this is The Revival, Chapter 1, The Red Age. Featuring the writer and the artist, Tom Kyzivat. This guy right above my head. And also editing and additional story material done by Katie and Mike Kyzivat, also above my head. And also is Pat Ethridge, also above my head. The only one we're missing is apparently Pete, who couldn't be here this evening. But that's okay. We got the majority of everybody else, which is awesome. Okay, so so Tom, did you want to lead us in some narration, maybe?
Would you? This is actually Ego line.
Oh, this is Ego. Okay, well then I'll do it then.
Read this part, yeah.
I
in
hear
your
you.
best pretentious, nerdy kind of way. So,
Yeah, your best brainy smurf.
yeah, Papa
Brainy
Smurf.
Smurf. Brainy
Yeah.
Smurf.
Patriarchs always said that magic and nature were the only true power. And Patriarch was always right, because Patriarch was the wisest of us all. And now Patriarch is dead.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. I guess he wasn't so clever. Okay, so that brings us here to the barren wasteland.
So do we want? I'm thinking like Transformers narrator.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, go for it.
But what passes for dawn is dust-choked landscape. What does the dawn find upon its arrival? As it creeps in, mostly blocked by a thick blanket of clouds, it finds dry, dead soil, jagged, harsh rock, silence, and dust. It finds bleakness where once beauty resided. A silent, dusty, hollow realm.
Husky, dusty.
It's a very husky realm.
It's a very scummy desert.
It's
kind
a
of-
very dusty desert.
Let's see. It finds belying the fury and torment that made it what it is today. A solemn reminder of what it once was.
Here we
You
go.
find scratches,
Yeah.
cracks,
Yeah.
gashes, and cuts. Sorry, kind of
No, that's all right. I'm just trying to keep up. There we go.
deep cuts. The ones that never heal.
No, very cool. I'm also loving the artwork like on this this character here as well. So
Oh, thank
this so for anyone who's not familiar, like this was inspired by Strawberry Shortcake. Is that correct?
Yeah. And technically, like if I want to get technical and make legal distinctions and stuff, I
Ooh.
intended the characters to feel like original characters inspired by. So we're not literally pitting 80s characters against each other. These are characters that exist in their own world that have
Yeah.
allusions and references to kind of like how mentioned.
Right. That's it. That's it. Legal. That's like, legal discretion there, guys.
I also don't want people to think like this is some sort of cynical like, oh, it'd be so funny if like 80s characters were killing each other. This is more like it's like a little more nuanced than that. I like to
Very
think.
cool.
Anyway,
Okay,
sorry.
so let's carry on.
It's been 5 years since the war began. 3 years since the war ended.
That's better.
And longer than anyone can remember since they've had a decent cup of coffee.
Okay, so we got red, and we got is it the engineer here? What's his name?
Yeah.
Tater.
Tater, yeah.
Tater.
Okay,
Okay.
those
Wait.
things are still bad. Oh no, wait. Those things are still bad for you, Even what? Even now, the cigarettes. I mean,
Probably no worse than the air we're breathing.
Nice.
no sign of woods yet.
Here he comes now.
Chop!
Good to see you, Woods. What did you find?
Okay, now I was gonna take Woods and like he's a bit of a bit of a thorn, kind of like a pan type thing. So I was thinking like maybe like a Scottish Irish type thing, or even we'll see see how we go.
Yeah, go for it.
Give us what you got.
Much. We need a briefing.
Yeah, I like,
Nice.
I like her.
Turn us.
Not bad. Okay.
Her name is Red. She's fighting a losing battle with survival.
So yeah, look at that, like bit of a veteran of the wasteland. I love
Yeah.
it.
He's hard.
There we go. Okay, so we've got like a hidden underground bunker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we go.
At her command, a handful of ragtag soldiers of circumstance.
Nice. Okay, let's see who our team of ragtags is.
Wake the others.
Rise and shine, kiddo. There's coffee.
Dunk, dunk,
Hater,
dunk.
engineer, rainbow,
Okay.
demolitions.
Save it, potato face. It's barely even dawn.
Okay, we good. There we go. Morning, Fuzz. You awake?
Woods, scout.
So,
Go. I told you not to startle me.
nice.
Pessimist, lieutenant.
Pessimist. It doesn't seem like much of a pessimist with a gun pointed at someone's head.
Creep.
Okay,
Scream.
very cool.
It's hard for people to make
Okay.
out. I probably should have drawn that a little clearer. That's a child sleeping in a bed.
Is it? Okay, yeah, you can
We'll
kinda
leave it up
make
to
out
their
like it.
imagination.
Yeah.
That's it. We'll
You
leave.
gotta leave a little mystery.
It could be a clown
That's it.
wig. You never know.
That's it. All right, so we've got the troops around the table for the briefing.
Troops. Woods' scouting mission has found what we hoped for. There's a bunker we haven't hit yet, out about 5 miles west of us, on the outskirts of the engine's main complex. Woods?
Well, looks like we're a scientific research facility. I saw and the cabbage heads use it for an outpost, and now there's a door and there's more standing guard. Not totally sure what they're doing, and many inside.
Sorry, I probably should have chosen a different font and not written his voice out.
I know. I'm just.
And that was a lot of
That guy just-
My genius idea was to use a font that looked like it was in between the regular reading font and the foreign language font that I came up with for him.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea because it visually represents an accent because it's between the two fonts. And then I write it out in a way that makes it super hard to read. Probably driving.
It's okay if you read it in your head.
Yeah.
Exactly.
People have mentioned that. They're like, oh, the comic's great. What's up with Woods, though? Maybe.
Did he have a stroke?
So, yeah. So I officially apologize for that.
No, it's all good, mate. All good. All right, let's see what Rainbow has to say about that.
So when's the fun part? We're raiding the bunker and taking their supplies. Hopefully there's enough in there to last us a while. But it's far away, and we have to leave now so we can get back before dark. I don't think any of you feel like tangling with the hollows.
Ooh, what's the hollows?
So it's time to blow crap up, right?
Oh, it always is.
That's it. There's always a fun time to blow crap up. I love it.
All right. This is what it's been like since the war ended. Scavenging a dead landscape, venturing further and further out from safety to raid the bunkers of their very oppressor. Every new one they find buys them a little more time.
Okay, so checking out the bunker.
Based on a toy from the Mask, or from Mask, the Mask.
Oh, okay.
We're doing this covertly, so be very quiet.
Live in black.
Yes, sir.
Just try like, especially like their face, like especially like Rainbow's like just doing her best, like trying not to burst out in laughter. No, that's so cool. Okay. Oh, okay. So who are these guys?
The Harvested, more commonly known as Cabbage Heads, the clone army of the engine.
Good. Nice.
Turn around, you freaks.
That poor Cabbage Heads is like, it was like, what just happened? It's like,
Let's go.
let's go. So these Cabbage Head guys are quite an interesting sort of characters here. Like, what was kind of the inspiration behind them?
Well, mostly because Cabbage Patch Kids are creepy, so I thought
That's
like,
what
for the clone army, it would be like very unnerving and unsettling, just like I always thought those dolls were. So.
yeah.
Their lifeless cold eyes.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
lifeless cold
yeah,
eyes.
Big round heads, you know.
Okay, so let's say we're making a move on the bunker.
I think that's you, Katie.
Yeah, I think that's red. That's right,
Oh.
Rainbow.
It's a rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, I'm totally gonna do a flip off this rock. Guys, you're not even looking.
So you're not even looking at me. What are they doing?
You were supposed to tell us, Scout.
I couldn't get this close before. It's not safely.
If you'd taken the rifle along, you could have.
It looks like they were trying to cut through the door. This might not be good. Can you open it?
Yes.
Oh, I meant.
It's like, keep
Wow.
yeah.
Blam, blammo.
Like I said before, like, you know, for being like the pessimist, he's not really much of a pessimist, is he? Just like literally like.
He's just an
crap
asshole.
out.
I think.
That's it. It's like, you're not a pessimist, you're a dick. I love it.
By the kingdom.
Okay, so.
I think Wood. I probably should have put Woods' line higher. His is actually supposed to be first, and then Red speaks.
Yeah, I was just like,
Okay.
by the royal guard, what happened here?
I'm not sure. They must have gotten trapped in here during the war. Maybe they were surrounded?
This isn't a research facility or an outpost. It's a tomb.
I totally did a flip off that rock, if anybody cares.
That's right, we care, we care.
I saw it. I don't know if you guys did.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know it's in bad taste, but we don't have much choice. Rainbow, start scavenging. Woods, keep a lookout. And pessimists, drag in those dead cabbage heads. We've drawn enough attention to ourselves already. What could we possibly get from this dump? We're well stocked on skeletons already.
Show a little respect. Many good men died here.
Is this better?
That's it. I'm also loving the shape of this helmet as well. Like I can kind of pick the inspiration behind these characters.
Yeah. The overall world is very inspired by Turnia. So that's kind of like the baseline, and then everyone else kind of exists in that space.
Nice. Okay.
Enough banter. We don't have much time in here.
Well, the poor fellow with his head buried underneath a brick or something like that. But we see a book. Ooh, what's in the book?
Record of Captain Powell, King's Royal Guard. We've been holding out for weeks, but these darn clones won't let up. We're running out of supplies and faith. Our contact in the kingdom has been silent for a long time. We're all worried that it's already been taken. This bunker will mean our deaths. The cabbage heads hit us with an electromagnetic pulse to kill our communications, and it shorted out our systems. We can't get the door open, and we're out of ammo to blast our way out. Either way, or either they break in and kill us, or we dehydrate here in the dust. We hold out for rescue. We've gotten our communications back, but there's little hope for rescue. We've heard word that the king is dead, and worse yet, the princess has betrayed us and joined that hideous blue tyrant. Even the powerful necromancer has supposedly fled and has gone into hiding. The bastard. How can he hide when we need him? They say he's left to the...
I think that's Wood speaking.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got company. Well, that didn't take long. What do we do?
We need an exit strategy. Any ideas?
Oh, someone's got one.
We answer the door with hot lead.
We dig our way out the back.
Explosions?
Bang!
Brace yourselves for a fight.
I love that. Like, explosions. Like we get to blow stuff up. Yeah. I tell you
One
what,
track
though,
mind.
Yeah.
I tell you what though, I did get a little tickle of nostalgia when I spotted this on the wall here.
I try to hide.
Oh yeah,
I try
the
to
Game
hide.
Boy Warlock. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. It's like,
a lot of architecture is either made from playsets or like video game consoles and things like that.
yeah, that is pure genius. I mean, like that's like literally like going to, like back to my childhood, like the old school, like two buttons, black and white screen. Oh, you can't read it. Okay, it looks like we're all hell's about to break loose. The Cabbage Patch Kids are about to bust in the door. Okay, oh,
4 dead, rifle wounds.
nice.
Prepare the bunker. Formation Tiger Shark.
Formation Tiger Shark. Oh, I like that.
Now.
Blam!
Pow!
Bang, bang, bang! Chop, chop, chop!
Pew, pew, pew.
Hashtag pew, pew, pew.
Give me that gun. You're using it wrong.
They just keep coming. I love that one bang. Ah! All hell's breaking loose. They're chopping up the cabbage people left, right, and center.
All right.
Uh-oh, but then all of a sudden, ooh, that was nice.
That was a good one.
That was good.
My foster cat was like,
I'm literally terrified right now. Oh, here we go.
Great. The hollows. Just what we need.
What? Not even dark out yet.
they mostly come out at night. Mostly.
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 Oh, I love that.
Mostly.
Mostly.
They're getting desperate, like us.
Oh no, it's like oh man, that is so cool.
I'm glad that's the
That's
last one because it's starting to hurt.
Yeah, that's supposed to be hard on the throat.
I know,
How's
man,
your
that must,
throat
be killing,
doing?
that must be killing your voice.
Yeah.
So what are the hollows? What is this a menacing beast? Does this come from? Is it a beast? Is it a horde? Let's find out.
The Hollows. They were once people. After the engine's experiments fixed that, they escaped to a life of insanity, cannibalism, and violence.
Nice.
Crack. Someone
But,
they just got
Ooh.
there you go.
darkness is their stage. Survivor and Cabbage Head alike are their audience. They are outrageous.
Oh, here we go.
Truly outrageous.
Here they come. Here comes the horde.
Here. Here.
Oh, look at that. It's like, nice. Oh man, these guys are cool. So I'm guessing there's a bit like a Walking Dead, like a bit of inspiration behind the sort of like thing or
Yeah.
something like that, or
So I thought like Gem and the Holograms would make a cool horde of mutants. so they're all the ones that got experimented on during Vigo's experiments, and they've just like become these crazy, so they got their name from the fact that they glow when they're running around, But they only come out at night because they're sensitive to light, stuff like that, kind of like typical zombie monster mutant stuff. But
very cool. All right, let's see what our heroes are gonna do. They're gonna fight back the horde. They're gonna succumb. Let's find out.
Pessimist, we're leaving. Give us an exit.
Close your eyes.
Whoa, flashbang! It's like.
Oh no. I'm dying.
That's it. So
Run,
run,
for high
run, run!
ground.
get to the chopper.
That's it. Come on, run! Get out
No,
of
it's
here!
the comics, remember?
That's it. We're gonna get sued.
Copyright.
Okay.
Rainbow, light them up.
Oh, look at that look on her face. She's like,
Yeah,
oh, you
she's
couldn't
so
have said
happy right
anything
now.
better.
There's a rainbow coming from the sky too. Whenever she gets excited like that, you can see a rainbow.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like literally like you just said like my like top wish.
That Christmas Day. I've been waiting 20 pages to do this.
She's breaking the fourth wall as well. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, kaboom!
I just love bringing some color back to this drab world.
Nice.
We'll make for the West Tunnel. That should give us sufficient cover in case more hollows show up.
That went to hell in a hurry. No ammo, no food. I hope this excursion was worth the trouble.
I think it was.
The journal.
The journal.
Because it did hint.
You guess.
It did hint at some sort of magician guy that lives out in the desert.
It did. It did. Like I did notice there was a slight magician guy back in this
Yeah.
page here. Sort of like a faint silhouette.
Yeah.
So could be a potential important character later on down the track. I guess we'll have to
Indeed.
find out.
Mm.
But meanwhile, we go back down here. So we're over here.
Dusk. As the sun concedes to the night, darkness falls upon an already dark realm. Welcome to the engine.
Ooh, so this is where the bad guys are.
These are also made of Atari systems and Sega systems and stuff like that.
Yeah, I did notice that, especially with this one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, And then on the right side is a Sega Master System.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that one. Very sneaky. Okay, so.
Katie, this is the princess. You
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that she was in this one. I forgot she was.
I forgot to.
Oh, if you don't mind doing it, yeah.
I was gonna do it.
Hey! Go for it.
Sire, You heard me. Oh, wait. Is that her?
Sorry,
No,
that
I think
Ego. Yeah.
I think that's Ego.
Yeah.
Ah,
You heard me. Patriarch is dead. The kingdom is long destroyed. I stand unopposed, so why does my goal still elude me?
you shall achieve your goal, Lord Ego. But for now, the newest harvest awaits you. Are you ready?
Let's get to the nah. This
Let's
is
get to the
Once-
conference.
Yes, but once I get dressed.
Oh, okay, get dressed. What's his dress? Ooh,
My children, my masterpieces, I stand before you a proud father, master, tyrant, god.
okay, so he's got himself a bit of an exosuit, a bit of like a Kang sort of
Yeah,
with
little
like
crangy. Yeah.
little Krang type thing. That's
Little
what we're called.
crazy.
And so there he's like,
I don't have to tell you the importance of industry. You are the products of industry. I am the architect to a world free of the mistakes and happiness of nature. I am the architect, and you, my beautiful children, are my tools. I welcome you into my world. I welcome you into
dun dun dun.
the Red Age.
Dun!
Dun, dun, dun.
Took us to the last
And then-
page, but you got the title in there.
That's it. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the last page. But that is only chapter 1. There is actually 18 chapters in total. So, if you want to check out the rest for yourselves, you can head over to the website and pick yourselves up a copy. Or, you could even tune back in onto this show and we could potentially all get back together and maybe do chapter 2.
Interesting.
Let me know out there in the comments, guys. Is that something you'd like to see? Anyway, even if you guys don't want to see it, we'll probably make it happen anyway because I had loads of fun doing this.
I should note too that the comic it's not done yet. There's a planned 25 issues, so.
Ooh,
But
plan
through
25.
18 is available now. I'm still
That's
working
it.
on the rest. So.
Very cool. And, look,
The narrative
and
is not complete yet.
we got a couple of extra characters here as well. We can learn a bit more about as we go. We've obviously got the princess here. We've got this other general-looking fella here. I'm sure he's got a bit of a story to play as well.
It's a bit like an inspector, perhaps.
Mayhaps.
Perhaps. No, that was really cool. So,
Thank you.
how was that, guys? How was your first experience on Get to the Comics?
That was a lot of
Great,
fun.
great.
I-
Yeah, that was fun.
Awesome. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, no, like I said, like this comic was like a lot of fun. Like I said, a bit of like a nostalgia, like sort of re-spark as well. Seeing like all these
Yeah,
old like
yeah.
all these like characters like as I sort of grew up with. I was like going through like the comic myself, going, I recognize that character. I was like, oh yeah, I see where that one came from.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this. It's very dorky, and I like playing because I'm trying to weave some deeper themes into it as well. So it's sort of the way it starts off feels a little more, like something that you would kind of expect from a story like that. But I try to like delve into some deeper sort of like, re-examining the world, this Toyland world from the eyes of an adult versus a kid. The world is a wasteland now instead of a fun fairy tale universe, stuff like that. So it gets a little hopefully not in a pretentious way, but like in a fun kind of symbolic kind of way. So, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, very very cool. So did you happen to have like your own like personal like favorite character or anything like that?
I think my favorite character probably hasn't shown up yet. I think he's in issue 4. So you probably already know then, because Ninja Turtles is my favorite franchise. So
Right. Okay. So is that where the inspiration for the larger character sort of came from?
yeah.
And I'll leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to know more, check it out yourself.
But of course, Pride is also one of my favorite characters. She's the main character, so and Rainbow. I mean, hell, all of them are my favorite.
Don't make
I'd
me
say-
serious.
Yeah. I'd say Rainbow is definitely like definitely one of my favorite ones as well. Like
Oh,
just the pure insanity and breaking the fourth wall is very sort of like Deadpool-esque.
Yeah. I got a lot of readers online compared her to the new Harley Quinn stuff, which I've never really read Harley Quinn comics. I only know of her from the animated series. So I was sort of like,
Oh, yeah.
crap, now everyone thinks I'm just copying Harley Quinn. Oh well, it is what it is, you know.
What about Mike and Pat? What about yourselves? Did you have like a favorite character or anything like that?
Well, Rainbow for me too. The comedy aspect of it that's brought in with that character is great. Like I said, breaking of the fourth wall. She's probably my favorite.
Yeah, I guess probably, at least especially from the characters shown, probably Rainbow. Yeah, there might be one or two later, but I don't want to spoil it.
I think what's fun about Rainbow too is that I kind of wrote her from the perspective of a fan reading this comic. You know, like,
Yeah,
I don't care about all the stupid plot stuff. Let's just destroy stuff. You know, I want to see the
It's the action.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
making fun of what's happening, sort of as a wink to the, you know, like,
Yeah.
we all get that these are references. She's the only one that understands that this is a comic book, you know, like that,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So she's almost like providing nerd commentary along with the comic.
And she's kind of like a kid in herself. Like she's
Yeah,
almost like
that's
approaching it from the kid's actual point of view. A bad kid nonetheless, but a kid, and that kind of childlike part. It kind of feeds itself back in there because she doesn't take everything so seriously, and she was engaging as if a kid would. I think.
Yeah, she doesn't see the stakes. She's seeing it as toys banging against each other. You know, like
Yeah,
to her it's not serious. You know, when everyone else is taking it very seriously. You know.
Yeah, like so I do like I do particularly like little things like this. Like, you know, I've been waiting 20 pages to do this, and there's like there's other like little like further on down the line as well. There's other like little references like that, like, you know, oh, like, come on, like, you know, we've heard about this, like, you know, 10 pages ago and like, something like that. And
I guess
Katie,
one of my other favorite characters is the backgrounds. You know,
Oh yeah,
all the different Easter eggs that are hidden in the background, like the buildings being video game systems, things like that. I really like
Game Boy
that.
on the wall.
Yeah, it's just a great touch.
Yeah, it's a fun way to you know, add extra content to it, something to keep the backgrounds interesting when, you know, when drawing it.
Yeah, there's another one as well. It's further on down the line. You know, when they do meet up with another character and they go back to like sort of like his hideout, and there's like a big wall full of like, you know, weapons and trinkets and stuff like that. And like I was literally like reading like in the page, like, you know, like I'm like, you know, I know what that is.
Yeah. Yeah, every single one of those things is a reference to something, to a toy accessory or a character or something. So.
And when you don't know what it is, it makes you want to find out what it is because you know it leads to something, right? You know it represents something, so it keeps you interested even when you don't recognize. You're like, wow, why didn't I recognize that? I should know that.
Yeah, that looks familiar. Where have I seen that before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then when you like sort of eventually like put it all together, you're like, oh yeah, now it makes sense. But Katie, what about yourself? Did you have a favorite character or any particular favorite part of the story or the read?
I mean, obviously Rainbow, because I love Rainbow. She's just full of the crazy, and I think we all can connect to some kind of aspect of the crazy, whether we fully embrace it or not. Of course, what everybody's already said about her. And I do like Red, because I kind of even identify with her a little bit. And there's a couple other characters, but they haven't been introduced in here yet, or at least not fully. But I do like I think they would probably be top of my list. Anyway.
Red is basically Ripley anyway. So if you're an Aliens fan,
basically that is pretty much the vibe I was sort of getting off this. Like,
she's the responsible one, and everyone else is kind of fucking around. So. But yeah,
very cool. And also like just going back to the artwork as well. I mean, like the artwork like is amazing. Like, you know, what sort of process do you like sort of go through like to sort of do something like this? Like, is it kind of like, you know, you start like, you know, like storyboarding and then sketching, or like what's your process?
Yeah, I'll start with a storyboard. I should have grabbed one. I don't know if I have one handy, but I'll just do a quick storyboard just to kind of do a layout. And I you know, I'm not. Most of my panels are very boring. They're just very. I kind of see it more cinematically. My background's more in animation than comics, so I don't get like super creative with layouts. Like you know, some artists do amazing layouts where it has a really cool flow to it. Mine are just sort of like you read it like a storyboard almost. So, or like stills from a movie. You know, it's kind of it just seems more natural to me. I don't know whether it works or not, but
no, I like it.
Thank you.
It makes it what's the word? Unique.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'll take that. but yeah, I'll just start with a storyboard, and then I still do the pencils by hand, just because I love the feeling of the pencil and the paper. I've never been able to do like digital penciling. It just, there's a disconnect for me that I haven't been able to get past. So I'll do the ink, I'll do the pencils by hand, and then I actually don't ink. I just scan the pencils in, darken them in Photoshop, and then I'll just add the colors in Photoshop, and then I'll do a layer by layer shadow technique that kind of gives it like a watercolor feel to it, but that's all digital. So.
Oh, very cool.
And I reuse backgrounds a lot because it saves time.
No,
Don't
fair
tell me,
enough.
buddy.
Yeah, little trade secret,
Yeah. So, so in that sense as well, like, so how do you feel like, in the way of like, because a lot of people like, using things like AI and like, like do things like that to sort of create like images and stuff like that. Like, have you dabbled with anything like that, or are you like very like sort of like anti like AI or anything like that? What's your thoughts on it?
I don't really care either way. It's just not something I'm interested in using myself. I don't care if other people use it though, but like, I to me, like the building your technique and learning as you go is like kind of the point of art. So for me, that if like that's the part I want, I want to grow and I want to learn as I go. So if I really don't want something else to do that part for me, like
Yeah, if you look at the artwork in issue 1 and then look at the artwork in issue 18, there's a huge difference. Like
it's like
the artwork is much better.
10 years worth of working on it, and just honing the characters too. Like they're still
refining them.
Yeah. It still takes a little while. You draw a character the first time, and then you still kind of like. Sometimes it takes a little while to draw them consistently. Maybe I never even get there. I'm not sure, but
no. That's another thing as well. I know if you start this like from start to finish, you're more or less going on like your creative journey. Like 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 starting off like with this comic, like next thing you sort of like progressively getting better as you go through the story as well.
Right.
That's really cool. I like that.
And I think what for this story in particular, I think that works really well because not only is it about sort of like the artistic journey of learning as you go, but it's all, I first had the concept for this back when I was in my late 20s. So it's sort of like, it kind of like symbolically chronicles going from being young to sort of like middle age. So it kind of reflects that life journey too, not in like a cheesy way, but like, kind of like, oh yeah, being a kid is so fun. Being young is so fun. And then like, you're just kind of getting older and older and being like, oh yeah, being an adult kind of sucks.
Adulting.
Being an adult does suck. I mean, like I say it to like a lot of my friends, like when they I say like to some of my friends' kids and stuff like that, like they've just finished high school, they're off to do this, and they're like, oh, school sucks. Then I said to them, I guarantee you, in 6 months you're gonna want to go back because being an adult sucks.
Yeah, right.
Life is so much better when you're in school. You literally just go to school. You might learn something. You might pay attention in class, but then you go home, you play video games, and go to sleep and wake up and do it all again.
Right. But this is definitely a good story to kind of reflect that. Because your outlook of the world does change as you get older. So especially like after you hit 40. So it's it's kind of a fun way to sort of chronicle that change that goes on in life. That like there on the page too. So it's a good time. I'm having a blast with it. I do feel bad for the people that do follow it because it takes me forever to get new issues done. Even when I'm on schedule, it can take like 6 months to get an issue done. So anyone who's still reading this after 10 or 15 years or however long it's been, I definitely appreciate it. I apologize that it takes as long as it does. But
so what is like your fan base like? Like, do you have like a loyal sort of like like group of followers or anything like that?
Very small. It was never a huge fan base. It got a lot of attention online. A lot of people enjoy it online, mostly from the concept art. But over the years, I had a pretty strong start in doing C2E2 and other shows, larger comic conventions here in Chicago and stuff like that, and got a decent readership from there. But I think just as the years have gone by, work got busier. I wasn't able to get issues done as quick.
Yeah,
and stuff like
life.
that. And then my con attendance really kind of went all over the place after COVID, just trying to get back into that. So I think I'm actually not even really sure what the online readership is. I think the Creepazoids actually get a lot more attention than the comic does now. But
some of his views on those are huge.
I can't complain. I just do this stuff. I would make art even if no one in the world ever saw it anyway. But when I joked about like the 5 people that still go on my website. well, you know, hopefully we'll get those extra 5 people on this show too, because
if it makes you feel that a little bit better, like according to my viewership, I've got 39 viewers out there, like across YouTube and X. So
nice,
yeah. So it's gradually growing.
Yeah. And whoever is still reading the comic, it could be more than I realized. I still get people on DeviantArt that follow the comic and stuff like that, but it's one of those things where it's just sort of like, you know, life just gets so crazy and side projects kind of become a little bit more backburnery than you'd want them to.
Yeah.
But
it's also hard to make the comic, and you either make the comic or you market the comic. It's hard to do both.
Yeah,
you know?
there's that too. And I'm not good at marketing, so I've always been good at the workhorse side of it. You know, I can make the stuff, but I am not, aside from posting it and just interacting with people that comment on it, I can do that. But I suck at, like, you know, getting in people's faces, or you know
kind of pushing it more.
Yeah. Well, that was actually going to lead me to my next question, like, you know, so how do you like go about, like, you know, trying to like find the funding, like, to make like the physical copies and stuff like that? Like, do you do like Kickstarter, or do you just sort of like rely on conventions, or how does that sort of work?
I actually just that's another benefit of working at Stern, is because they take good care of me. So I actually just it's just out of pocket cost. So I'll just pay to have them printed, and then I'll just sell them at shows and online. So I don't really make a profit on those. It's more just to cover my costs, because I don't. I could charge more for them, but I'm more concerned with kind of like getting it out there and
getting the recognition out there.
Yeah. And I was actually published through a very small publisher back in 2012 when I first started doing comic conventions. They saw my stuff, you know, and they were interested. So I was published for a while, but they weren't really much better at promoting the comic than I was. So we sort of went our separate ways. I was sort of more like, let's get it out and make it as easy for people to read as possible. So that's eventually why I put it online for free, just because I want people to see it. You know, I care more about people who would connect with it getting a chance to see it than I do about making money off of it. So, and you know, that makes me a terrible businessman, but it's just,
it makes you a better person, though.
Yeah, I hope
it does. I
just love doing this stuff. I just love making art, and I love trying to develop storytelling skills. So if I can feel like I'm somewhat contributing to that space, then I'm happy. You know, I don't care if nobody cares, but
well, I think it's because you truly want to be a storyteller.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a marketer. You don't want to have to make profit off of it. You just want to tell a story. So.
I also have the luxury of not everyone has that. So I don't want to take it for granted. And I know some people live or die by how they do at conventions too, and that can be really tough. But I'm not having to worry about that. So I am grateful for that, for sure.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, like, that was actually gonna be like one of my other questions. I mean, like, you know, for anyone out there who is trying, like, you know, to get into, like, you know, indie comics, or be like a creative like yourself, or anything, like, are there any like words of like wisdom or advice that you could possibly give somebody like who's looking to stick their toes in the pool, so to speak?
Yeah, well, I think, speaking for myself, I would say the most important thing is that you have to want to do it just because you love it, and you know, kind of like, obviously you want to make a career out of art, but I feel like the drive to create art needs to be stronger than anything else. Because if you're going to be miserable making this just because it feels like work, then it's just going to be like any other job, you know. I feel like the only reason I've stuck with it this long is because I just love doing it, and the love of art and the love of developing your skills is what keeps you doing it, even if something isn't coming out the way you quite pictured it. You know, that's kind of like your guide, is just that as long as you still love doing it, you're always going to be building those skills, and you're always going to be pushing yourself.
You'll be moving forward, at least.
Yeah. And the motivation can't, you know, I think a lot of people, their motivation is to become a famous artist, and, you know, and then I'll get licensing deals, and then my character will be the next big movie franchise and stuff. And that's, you know, I mean, that can happen organically, but I think it's more important to just, if you have something important to say and you love making art, I think that's the part you should focus on, and worry about all that other stuff later, as long as it's sustainable. You know, do it in a way that is sustainable for you. If you can do self-publishing, if you can go to shows, but just do it because you love it, and that's the most important thing, I think.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most important message here is like, just make sure you got the passion, got the drive, and you're just doing it because you love doing it. And like, if you're doing it for that core reason, then everything else will potentially, I say potentially follow like money, fame, fortune, all that sort of stuff. I mean, like, but as long as the principles are there, that's the main thing. Also,
I think too, like, there's a lot of discourse about what being a successful artist is, and I've always felt like if you're making art because you love it, you don't care if anyone else ever sees it, you would make it anyway. Like, to me, that's being a successful artist, because you're making art, you're making real art, and you're contributing to the creative space, But I don't know. Everyone has their own motivations, I guess.
No, it's cool. I mean, I just want to do a quick shout out to Ronnie Lido as well. He's also an artist in the space as well, and he also points out the fact that he says my name is Tom as well.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Tom. Yeah.
No, very cool. There you go. Got another one as well. Success to me is seeking to be paid for your art and getting paid for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't blame you.
It is nice to get paid for it.
Yeah.
No, very cool, guys. All right, well, like I say, it is getting late here in the UK, and we've got to start wrapping up the show soon. But like I said before, guys, if you want to pick yourself up a copy of the Revival Chapter 1, The Red Age, it is available on Top's website. And like I said, all the links in that will be in the description of the video as well. And all 18 chapters are there and available. Definitely, I highly encourage you to check it out, pick it up. Check out the story. Write in the comments as well. What did you think of the first chapter? How did you find the read? Your favorite parts? Any and all feedback is also greatly appreciated. And I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's been commenting live at the time of this recording as well. I have seen all the interaction there. Really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy days to come and chill in the space with us. And so just on that note, guys, so like I said, we've and also as well, make sure you're also following Tom on Instagram as well, because he does post a lot of his cool stuff there as well.
Thank you. And buy a pinball machine. They're only like $10,000.
Yeah.
That's it. And make sure you check out Stern Pinball as well, which is a very, very, very cool fact, because that's where Mike, Pat, and Tom all work. It's a very,
No,
very cool.
I don't work there. I wish I did, but I don't.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
No.
No, very cool. Okay, well, before we start wrapping things up, first of all, Tom, Mike, Pat, Katie, first of all, thank you so much for coming on the show and
thank you for having us. That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
My pleasure. But before we say our goodbyes, was there anything, any final parting words or anything you'd like to leave us with before we say our goodbyes? Tom, what about yourself?
I would say thank you again, and especially thank you for spotlighting independent artists. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, and everyone, find things you love and love the things you love more than you hate the things you hate. So.
No, love it. It's a very, very, very wise words. And Mike and Pat, what about yourselves?
Not much. Just thanks for having us on here. This is cool, and I like the concept. It's neat that spotlighting indie artists and reading the comic is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
for sure.
Sort of, makes it more lively. Jumps off the page.
Yeah. It's support. What you're doing is support for Tom and other people like him, and the more people like you, the better it is for everyone. Really, to be honest with you. Not to sound sappy, but you're getting stuff out there, and it's entertaining as well. So it's a win-win.
Well said.
No, thank you. I mean, like the most of the time, we usually spotlight the big artists like Marvel and DC and VeVe, which is also another digital collecting platform that I do a lot of work with. But I do also want to try and give the little guy their spotlight as well. So we've had a few independent artists on the show as well. Yourselves. Last week we had another one. He was actually at a DCon as well. By the name of Scott Circlin. He's done a graphic novel called The Young and the Dead, No Zombies Allowed.
Oh, nice.
Definitely definitely check that out as well. And I've also had other ones in the past as well. Another one is another bloke by the name of Neil Gibson. He's he's an independent publisher for Twisted Comics. Does all sorts of cool stuff. I'll throw you some of their work, and you can check it out yourself.
For sure.
And last but not least, Katie, any last words you'd like to leave us with? Again, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And I don't know, probably just what everybody else said. Just everybody supporting each other, loving what they do, and
Yeah.
doing the best you can.
That's it. I like that. What he said.
Exactly.
Nice. All right, guy. Okay, cool. Well, let me just do the last minute thing. I know that'll be it. Okay, guys. So yeah. So again, big thank you to everybody for coming on. I'll just do one last little slide things before I forget about it. So where is it? Oh, sorry. This is what happens when you try and do things live. There we go. So yeah, guys, ladies and gentlemen, very, very important. So make sure you jump over to Instagram and make sure you're following Tom on Instagram here with Murderous Automation, Murderous Automaton Co. I know it's a bit of a mouthful, but we'll get there eventually. Yeah, make sure you're following them over on Insta. Also, make sure you're following if you're watching us on X as well. Make sure you're following myself. This is me here on X. That's my profile, and also I also do a X space as well called the Oz Show, where it's basically think of it kind of like a online radio show basically. Where we chill, we talk fandom, film, TV, pop culture, all sorts of fun nerdy stuff. That's on Sundays, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on X. So if you guys are ever around on X, you're more than welcome to tune in and join us. Also as well, guys, if you are viewing on X, make sure you are following me over on YouTube, which is Get to the Comics, which is over on YouTube. We're up to 137 subscribers. I'd love to get to 500 and get everything monetized, but yeah, we are gradually getting there slowly. And of course, make sure and guess what, guys, I'm on Insta as well, so make sure you follow me over on Instagram. And I think that's about all I have got left. Okay, so let me get all my outros and stuff together. But again, big thank you to everyone who's been taking the time to listen in live at the time of this recording. Big thank you to Tom, Mike, Pat, and Katie again for coming on and reading the comic.
Thank you.
And big also a big thank you to all of you for actually creating this comic. It's a brilliant piece of artwork, brilliant story. Lovely piece of nostalgia respark, as we like to say in our space. And looking forward to getting you all back on when and where you can, maybe in the new year somewhere. Maybe we can cover chapter 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Awesome. All right, guys, and also very importantly, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and all that jazz, and make sure you're helping support your local content creator and artist and everyone else in between. But until that, guys, make sure you join me next week. Actually, no, maybe not next week because it's going to be Christmas and New Year, so probably not. But definitely stay tuned, and we'll actually they'll probably be until the year until we get into next year. But join me again for another fantastic show with another fantastic artist. And yeah, let me just get the outros together. So this has been Get to the Comics number 77.
Get to the comic.
That's it, do it. So I've been your host, your reader, your narrator, your presenter, Ozman Collects. Take care, guys. Have a good one, and we will talk more soon.
Bye.
Oh.